First feature as the beginners will make their way back to the pit area. And they'll have some time to make some adjustments to their race car before their second feature of the week coming up tomorrow here at Veterans Motorplex at the Rim. So the first feature of the day completed. The next thing you'll see on the racetrack is the Young Lions division, and here they come to the racetrack. Some familiar faces in this one, and it'll be led to green by one of the Joe Ryan race cars. It's Colton Hale alongside Spencer Bradshaw in car number 99. Great qualifying effort for TJ Moon in car number 9, the Outlaw Bandolero champion from last season, with Colt Johnson to the outside in car number 24. Ben Morabito and Case James is row number 3. Nathan Williams and Aiden Oliver, row number 4, with Landon Thrasher and Riley Hutchins completing your top 10. Lots of cars in this one as they find their way to the proper position on the front straightaway. Keaton Harris in the 07 will roll off 11th. Max Olmstead to the outside in car number 35X. Cam Truitt in car T2 will roll off from position number 13 to the outside. Marty Roberts in the 55. Josiah Phillips in the 17P. Bryson Nichols in car number 80 rolls off in a 16th. Jaden Johnson, Owen Zacharias, and Carter Stein, your expected starters. 19 of them in this first feature of the week for the Young Lion Legend cars. Beautiful field, beautiful day. It is a little bit chilly in the wind. So that Chamber of Commerce sky, the beautiful blue, might be just a little bit deceiving if you're watching us at home, and maybe you're watching us on our live look-in. Welcome to Veterans Motorplex at the Rim. You take a look at the 12 car of a Colton Hale. That will be your driver that will lead them to green. One of the Joe Ryan race cars entries. A couple of them here, I believe, in this one. Jacob Staten put the quick time on the board when it came to pro qualifying. We'll see the pro division at the end of our card. If you're watching us, head to uslegendcars.tv and enjoy some great racing action this week from not only Highland Rim, but also Nashville Fairgrounds, where we will be headed Friday and Saturday to conclude the INEX Spring Nationals. If you're watching us on Facebook, you haven't missed much. Great beginner bandolero feature, by the way, that we just saw. This is feature number 2 of the afternoon. Still got 5 more to come. So plenty of racing to accomplish here this afternoon. Head to uslegendcars.tv and join us for what is going to be a great day. Gary gives them the rolled up green next time by. We're coming back racing, and once again, we're live and interactive on this look-in. Drop a question, comment down below. Let us know who you are cheering for, where you're watching from, and hit that share button. The Young Lions getting ready to come to green at turn number 4. We're underway. Colton Hale to the bottom side, a little sideways as he got on the fuel down there. A little contact with he and Colt Johnson, going to stack up the field in behind. And oh no, it happens at the middle of the field, and it's Cam Truitt first around in the T2. And that will draw the yellow. That was a incident that started in about second place and ended up expiring itself at about 15th or so as they battled hard for that spot. Take a look at the replay here, and you see the contact between Johnson and Hale up the road, and everybody checks up behind Olmstead out of the groove, and the 17, it looks like, of Phillips might have got into the T2. Watch the left-hand side of your screen right here. There's the first little checkup, and then the right-hand side of your screen, there's the T2, and it looks like the 17 of Phillips gets into Truitt, and one more goes around. That's Bryson Nichols that got tangled up in that one as well. Gonna need a tow for Phillips. A little push to the T2 of Killicam. So once again, if you're watching us on Facebook, welcome into the little look at Highland Rim, Veterans Motorplex at the Rim. Head to uslegendcars.tv to see all the racing action this week, and it's going to be a fun week that we have. fairgrounds. There will be, I think, a few more cars joining us as well in all divisions. So we pace under the yellow flag as get the final couple of cars off the racetrack. The safety crew back to their place in the infield. And we will see the 99 pace this field. One lap completed in this one. The leader got back, so that's Spencer Bradshaw, Colton Hale, Colt Johnson, TJ Moon in the 9, and TJ, we mentioned off the top of this one, is our national Outlaw Bandolero champion from last season. Struggled a little bit when we were at Auburndale Speedway for Winter Nationals, the last big national event that we had, the 9, but again, still trying to learn this race car. It's a jump from a Bandolero up to a Legend car, and that team has figured something out as they run in position number 4, just ahead of the 17 of Ben Morabito. Has had a pretty good last little bit. You know, you go back to road course at VIR, had a great run there. You come to Winter Nationals and have a decent run as well on the oval, and now pacing in the top 5 as we get ready to go green. The field has doubled back up. Leader does have lane choice at the front of this field, so that'll put Spencer Bradshaw to the outside, has chosen to go to the top side. If you're just joining us, and this is the first caution that we've had with a couple of drivers involved, there is a work area. The work area is off of turn number 2 as they come back onto the racing surface. Race director Brad Hockaday told them in the drivers' meeting that they do have 2 laps in the work area once they land in the work area. So it looks like Johnson in the 8 has returned. Cam Truitt in the T2 is also back with us. And they will rejoin at the back of this running order as we get ready to come back to the green flag. Your control car is the red 99 of Spencer Bradshaw on the outside. You can see the start box marked by the 2 sets of cones, and turn number 4, green flag flies, we're back underway. So out to the early lead goes the 99 of Bradshaw. Hale is going to find their way to second, and TJ Moon going to try to rubber the top up on the outside. Going to try to go around the 24 of Colt Johnson. Johnson to the bottom side. Calls the state of Tennessee home, and a Donnie St. Hours prepared race car is up in front. There is the 12 trying to track down that red and gray 99 of Spencer Bradshaw. Little bit of a gap between those top 2, and then you can see out of the corner of the shot on the right-hand side. Here comes Morabito down to the bottom side. Ben Morabito driving for 860, looking to pick up one more spot to move to position number 4 around Johnson in the black and green 24. Case James in the 15 car now looking to pick up one more spot. The black 15 will go one more. As the 33 also picks up position, Aiden Oliver. So it looks like the outside line, at least for Colt Johnson right now, not the place to be as he continues to lose positions on that second groove. A lot of these drivers still trying to figure out this racetrack. There was a weekly program or a track hosted program here on Saturday night. Some testing on Sunday, open practice yesterday. And some of these drivers still trying to figure out this place. Unique little bull ring is Riley Hutchins, Landon Thrasher, trying to get down to the bottom side of Johnson in the 24. And Hutchins looks to move to the bottom side, the Night Owl number 15. Had a less than desirable Winter Nationals, at least the end of that week. Looking to turn it around here. There's a couple of drivers that were involved in that yellow down there in the first half, and it was almost another one there in the same corner as Bryson Nichols. Nips at the bumper of the 35 right ahead. Roberts in the 55 there as well. And speaking of nipping at the bumper, Colton Hale wants a piece of the lead. The 99, Spencer Bradshaw, holds the top spot by a couple lengths. TJ Moon by themselves in position number 3. You see them there trying to reel back in Hale and reel back in Bradshaw into car number 99. Just like that, we found a rhythm to this one. This time by 13 completed, 12 laps to go, halfway home for the 99 of Spencer Bradshaw. Young Lions, youngest division of drivers in this legend car group, as we got one off the pace. That is the 35 of Zacharias in the infield. We said this place is tough. Looks like he might have popped the wall a little bit there, and you can see it on the right-hand side of that race car. This is one of those tight little bull rings that if you have maybe that mental lapse or maybe lose your rhythm or focus for just a little bit, this place will reach out and grab you. And we've seen it a couple of times throughout the last couple of days of practice. You've got to be up on the wheel every single lap around this joint. And the 99 of Spencer Bradshaw trying to get that little bit more to pull away from Colton Hale and the rest of this field. We got a fender flapping on that one. That is a hood on the side of the 33 of Oliver, but still working its way around. Johnson right in behind. Thrasher just in behind them. Can still see out the windshield. Might be a little bit harder to see on that right-hand side. So on your right-hand side, it's Owen Zacharias slapping the wall right. Coming up at us. Right there, third car line. Right there, just past the flag stand. 5 laps to go in this one. Continues to be the 99 of Spencer Bradshaw pacing this field, and it looks like it's gained a little bit these last couple of laps on Hale in the 12th. Little slide from Hale in turn number 4 that last time by. TJ Moon trying to close in, but might run out of time here as the laps continue to click away. Lap traffic I don't think is going to be an issue as Carter Stein just ahead of the 99 of Bradshaw. 3 laps remaining in this one. Hale getting a little bit closer, digging a little bit deeper here in that green number 12. Gonna get there though. Comes by to 2 laps to go. If you're Colton Hale, what do you have to do to make the move on the 99 of Spencer Bradshaw? Down through 3 and 4 is there. To the back bumper. White flag flies. They get by the lapped car. And now Hale down to the bottom. Can he get there? Gonna have one more shot at it down through 3 and 4. That might have been his best option in 1 and 2. Sails it in, but cannot get there. Checkered flag, Spencer Bradshaw. What a race by the 99 of Bradshaw to hold off the 12 of Colton Hale at the end, and not only hold off Colton Hale, but also make their way through lap traffic. That'll do us. I was about to say that'll do it on the live looking, but guess what? Producer Penguin has said we get to hang out for a little while longer, so we get one more race on the look-in. Philip Ulrich is watching. Jennifer Brassfield is cheering on the 38 car. Chris Plemons and Jim watching as well. Want to say hello to everybody that's watching on our look-in. Craig McKay also watching us as well. But we want you in turn to hit that share button and share everything with your friends here. Let your friends know you're watching some racing on a beautiful afternoon. We caught up with a couple of our drivers yesterday as we got ready to go racing, and we asked them a couple of questions, including something about their favorite athlete.
Any sports, I'd have to go to NASCAR. I'd probably want to trade with someone like Noah Gragson, Ryan Blaney, something like that.
Why is that?
You know, I'm really big fan of them, to be honest, and I like what they're doing. I like what the cars always look good on a Sunday, and I'd really like to, get to know them and maybe interact with them.
And why?
Well, in this gig, it would have been Mark Martin. I was always a Mark Martin fan, so that would be the guy if I got to change with.
I think if I'm going to switch jerseys, it'd be someone here that I'm racing. I'll probably go with Joey Przybaliński. He's pretty cool. We could swap hoods or something like that. It'd be pretty cool.
Probably Steph Curry. He's been a big supporter of mine. I always look up to him. I have a couple signed things from him, but yeah, it would definitely be cool to switch jerseys with Steph Curry.
I would say Sidney Crosby. I followed him a lot when I was younger and keep following him, and I'd say him. Be and why?
Boy, that's a hard question. Going to have to be in the race world. Probably have to go with my old buddy Kyle Busch. I've known him a long time, and he's one of the best drivers out there.
I'd say Josh. He's helped us so much. We started working with him in Florida, and we picked up a lot. And we came out here yesterday, and we were really quick. So, and he's got a ton of knowledge and wisdom. And he's helped me a lot already. So I'd swap with Josh.
And I can tell you that producer Penguin definitely agrees with Nick Robertson. Sidney Crosby, one of his heroes as well. Bandolero Outlaws, final race on our live look-in. Ryland Spite in the 45, going to lead us to green with the 55 of Landon Thrasher, scheduled to start on the outside of row number 1. Harley Johnson in the 7 and the 000 of Lincoln Johnson. Bentley Thompson in the 22. To the outside is Mason Roberts in the 21. Carson Sherman in the 9. Jack Smith in the green number 9 and 8. Corbin Cannon in the 5. And Grayson Price in the 51. Jordan Bauer in the 4.5. Maya Etherly in the 12. Blake Michael, 24. Matthew Leslie Kubot in the 99. And Michael Berry, the 32. Your scheduled starters for this one. If you're watching us on Facebook, join us for the rest of this racing action here this week. Pick up your pass at uslegendcars.tv. We've still got a handful of features to come here on day number 1. We're back at it same time tomorrow, same place at Veterans Motorplex at the Rim. Then we head down the road a little bit to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for racing on Friday and Saturday. Want to be a part of it? 5 features for each of these divisions comprising this INEX Spring Nationals, and to be a part of it all, be sure to head to uslegendcars.tv. If you're watching us on our live look, and drop a comment below. Let us know who you are cheering for, where you're tuned in from. I see Craig McKay is tuned in from beautiful Cape Breton Island. It's still a little bit chilly in some places up in the farther northeast. It is a beautiful day here today. The wind is got a little bit of that snap to it, a little bit of a chill. But without the wind, it is a beautiful afternoon here in Tennessee as the 55 of Thrasher, who was just in that last feature, gets now on the racetrack in the 55 Bandolero, joins us on the track, and we'll pick up their position, I believe, on the outside of row number 1 with Ryland Spite. Going to start it from the inside of row number 1. There's your field as they work through 1 and 2. Some new colors compared to what we're used to seeing. I see the 22 at Thompson. We saw a bright yellow car, I believe, down in Florida. We got the black number 22 with the metallic numbers on your screen. And we're also used to seeing John Kelly on the four-wheeler. He's got a beautiful orange tractor in the infield as well that he's parading around in this afternoon. As we get ready to see racing in the Outlaw division. This is scheduled to be a 20-lap contest. This one's going to be good. These kids always give us a show. Into the box, and the green flag flies. We are underway. Tucked up tight, down through corners number 1 and 2, 2 and 3 wide in the middle of the pack as drivers jockey for those early positions. Pick up what you can on a start or a restart. Crossover down to the bottom side with 55 as Landon Thrasher tries to pick up the lead away from Spite. Behind them, they're 3 wide as they scatter out of turn number 2. They're all straight so far. That battle for the lead continues. 2 go at it. The 55 of Thrasher's got 1 around. That is the orange 51. And the 32 going to go around after the fact to bring out the yellow flag. That's Michael Berry in the 32. And the 51 of Grayson Price. Brightly colored race car in the 51. So take a look at the replay. Car on the outside of Carson Sherman. Might have got a little help from Corbin Cannon. There was a little bit of a bobble going into 3. Watch the body language of this 51 car right there. He's sideways already. And Corbin Cannon, man, giving him just that little bit of a tickle on the back bumper. Close call there from that angle. I think right there, the car's going to move one more time. And a good job by these drivers. We talk about the crews and the teams preparing these race cars. All these divisions are relatively close. When you get a racetrack, especially on a restart, you can put them 2 or 3 wide and hope they come out on the other side. That's always a great recipe for some great racing. Greg Schmidt is watching us. Let's Go Redhead Racing drivers. Chris East and that crew are back in the pit area, back beyond what would be the end of turn 2, back straightaway on the other side of the wall. Very busy was Chris East yesterday in that Redhead Racing pit. Brian Schock, good luck from Pennsylvania. Good to have Brian along with us. Travis Hardy watching from North Carolina. He works with some of the Legends and Bandos at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Summer shootout just around the corner. The weather's getting warmer, and we're getting ready to see lots of racing throughout the country with Legends, Bandoleros. And we're getting ready to see some more here. They come into the box. Green flag flies. We're back underway. And almost a little bit of a bobble on that inside line. The 22 of Thompson flashes that nose to the bottom. Almost thought about 3 wide. Spite in the white 45 to the outside. The 55 down to the bottom. And now the 45 looking to the bottom side. Thrasher goes wide as they continue on in your top 5. Once again, if you're watching us on the look-in, head to uslegendcars.tv. You're seeing some great racing here so far this afternoon, and still plenty to come not only today, but the rest of the week for the INEX Spring Nationals here in the beautiful state of Tennessee. Field comes out of corner number 4. Spite in the white 45 continues to run second. Landon Thrasher got that lead. Spike goes a little wide into turn number 2, allows the 000 of Johnson to close back in to the back again. We talk about this racetrack being a fine line. One small little mistake, one small little slide. You miss the exit of a corner. It allows the cars behind you to try to at least have an opportunity to pick up a pass or two. Lincoln Johnson in the 000 trying to do the same. And here are a couple of drivers that were involved in the last caution flag. That's Corbin Cannon in the white 5 trying to pick up one more spot. Just ahead is that 51 car, the Grayson Price number 51. And now Leslie Kubat to the bottom side of the 99 trying to make something happen. Crossover back to the bottom side of Corbin Cannon as we look back up front. Here comes the 000, check that, of Lincoln Johnson. Johnson looking at the runner-up position. And now we see at the back of the middle of the pack here. That is the 7 of Harley Johnson. And Mason Roberts in the 21. Roberts trying to get back to the 7 of Johnson. Great shot there. Battles all over this racetrack, top to bottom, as the 9 of Jack Smith has issues. The 9 is into the infield from position number 7. Tough break for that kid. I know they work extremely hard on those race cars back in the pits. This is the battle for second. The 45 of Spite. And the 000 of Johnson, as they go at it for the runner-up position. And as they battle, the 55 of Thrasher is pulling away. Lap traffic in between the two. There's another great battle in the middle of the pack. That's Carson Sherman in the 9. Bauer in the 4. Looks down to the inside. Maya trying to hold on to that position, but lose 2. Well, maybe on this lap. Bauer goes sideways up the hill and allows the 12 to go back to the bottom. This is the battle for position number 9. And now this is the battle for the runner-up position. Again, racing all over this racetrack. The kids putting in a great effort here as the 12 is off the pace down the back straightaway. I think Maya will be able to get it to pit road, or at least to the infield. Thrasher goes by a lapped car. Battle for seconds. One around. That is the 21 of Mason Roberts, and that was from position number 5. So the 21 will find their way to the back of the running order. Once again, if you're watching us on Facebook, this is the final race on the look-in. Got a lot of racing to come here this afternoon. We are only race number 3 into this afternoon. We still have the crazy old men are next. You're going to want to head over to uslegendcars.tv to see that. The Chargers field has been close. There's 9 Chargers here, and they are putting on a show, at least through the practice and the qualifying sessions. The Bandits, the semi-pros, and the pros still to come as well. So head to uslegendcars.tv. Peggy and Palazzari says good luck this week to all the drivers. We do miss the Moo car. The production trailer misses the Cowtails, and probably more than anybody on the production crew, I have John's jokes from Winter Nationals. We may throw a dad joke or 2 in, but we do miss the dad jokes as well from the Moo crew. Hope you guys are doing well. Green flag flies. We're back underway in this Outlaw feature. Side by side, down the back straightaway, Thrasher to the bottom side, Spike to the outside, as they are going toe-to-toe through 3 and 4. 5 laps to go this time. Battle for third starting to heat up. 000 Johnson, 22 to the outside of Thompson. Carson Sherman's a part of that battle as well in the late stages of this one. Top 2 have broken away. This is the battle for position number 3 on back, and it is a mess as these drivers try to pick up everything they can. In the late laps, Bauer sideways, Sherman sideways. They put it 3 into turn number 4. Thompson holds on to third. Lincoln Johnson, Harley Johnson, 4th and 5th. And then in behind, they scramble with 2 to go. Look at this battle for third. A little bit of a bobble in the middle of 2 for Thompson. Nothing Johnson can do, Lincoln Johnson can do up in front. They'll come to the white flag. Final lap for Landon Thrasher. This is a transition year for the 55 driver. Running some Bandoleros, getting the feet wet in Legend Car competition. We'll start the week off with a win in the Outlaws. Landon Thrasher's your winner. So Landon Thrasher's your winner. That'll do it on our live look-in. Head to uslegendcars.tv. Join us for a great week of racing action as Landon Thrasher will go to victory lane in this one. So if you're watching us on USLegendCars.tv, we'll step away for just a moment and bring you back to some more racing action. Crazy Old Men up next.
INEX Spring Nationals here with Allison Johnson. Season started at Winter Nationals. How was it there?
It was really good. I got top 5 out of, I think,